turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. First play, Watson to the air. That's complete to Brown over the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. One of those big blockers in some discomfort. 3 and out, a real danger here on their own.
About it because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down.
Nips will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. The numbers for him from a week ago. 3 catches, 51 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Here we go. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe.
To send this one away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the 1st drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that 1st drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the 1st one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here we go. Coming up. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Right back to Njoku. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
He's got Njoku over the middle. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Here we go. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. This is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interception.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it. That's because I believe in you guys.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve, because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mixing up the middle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. They start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Watson's throw hauled in by Bell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Burrow on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Back to throw, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands. He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free in the tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Watson. Connecting with Aguilar. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few steps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point right down the middle. It's now 21-7. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down by 2 touchdowns. 70 seconds remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Watson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 6. Now it's mixed left to go in the game. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on 4th down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice. Get the 1st down, and that should be enough to salt this one away.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.